I really don't know when I first thought I was an inventor. To be honest, I don't think it was a conscious decision. It's kind of like, when did I draw my first breath?
I'm not as much of a creative from a white sheet of paper as, give me an idea, a challenge, a problem.
My mom used to always get on to me for playing with my food. And what's really awesome is today I get paid to do it.
Most of what you eat has been cooked pretty much the same way, at least for 50 or 80 years. Grilling and cooking over a fire or whatever, that's thousands of years. It really hasn't changed much, ever. Where we are is important. I think we're a company and a culture about where could we be is more important.
We had a good grilled product, but it wasn't a true grill. It wasn't like this backyard grill.
It really all started from a gentleman named Woody Fogg.
So it was the early 2000s, and we were beginning to do some char grill work, not really because we had to, but we sensed that we needed to do better. Well, and I think I expressed it verbally, and maybe a little too loud, and maybe with some frustration. I said, why can't we just have a backyard grill experience, with all the planning, all your recipe, all the magic of the fire and the grill and the sizzle, and to do real fire within Chick-fil-A, well, that's a challenge.
If you ever want to motivate an engineer or an inventor, give them a problem someone else doesn't know how to solve. That's just like a drug.
How do we get something that gives you all the things that go on in your backyard grill with a control mechanism, a way to kind of normalize that chicken thickness? That's when we came up with the idea of touching both sides of the chicken.
And then we took those techniques and said, okay, how can I put that into a recipe, and how can Roger and his team put it into a piece of equipment that it'll work in a quick service environment?
The problem was that there wasn't anyone in the industry who could make this grill. To create a backyard grill sensory profile in speed of service times that work in a restaurant. And I did not see any way clear to how we were going to achieve that goal.
If you're truly an inventor, you may be facing a wall, but you're able to look through it.
When an individual sees the future and no one else does, people think they're crazy.
And so your imagination of what could be overrides what is.
You're living in a world where that future is so self-evident to you, but not the others. This was one complicated grill. There were over 1,870 parts. Sometimes it's not so much climbing the mountain that is hard, it's the pebbles that are in your shoe along the way. There were a lot of pebbles that started getting into our shoe.
So our goal was to develop a product that had never been seen before in the world, manufacture it, install them in all the restaurants, train everyone on how to use it.
We had screened through over 800 recipes. We had looked at probably between 400 to 500 different ingredients to come up with what the customer said was a good piece of chicken.
It was a series of frustrations along the way. We never really got it exactly like we wanted.
Our recipes grew from 800 to over 1,200.
We were making a proposal to our leadership team on how we were going to launch this thing across the chain. I get a call the day before, the night before, about 10 o'clock, from some person I respect greatly from that company. And he said, Roger, this project doesn't make sense for us anymore. We're pulling the plug. You talk about your heart dropping.
So this project was really important to me because I promised it to my kids. Dad, how are we doing with that chicken sandwich? We stopped. We gave up.
And I think we all went into, at first, disbelief.
I mean, that's a lot of work. That's, at that point, 10 years of work.
You know, we're innovators. We have to get past the bumps in the road and still deliver what we need to the customer.
So even though we really didn't officially have any money anymore, and the project was dead, we continued to work on the platform in our spare time, and we continued to solve problems that we thought were unsolvable. And we got to a point where we re-engaged that same partner and said, would you guys be willing to try this again?
So when we came together, again, for me, it was almost like a small miracle. We as a team respected each other to go into a second phase of the relationship with a mindset around winning.
Yes, I'm proud of this sandwich. It's a terrific product. But what I'm most proud of are the people who own this project, because they kept hitting dead ends, yet they kept putting one foot in front of the other. And the result, well, it's a char-grilled chicken sandwich that tastes just like it was cooked in our backyards.
My father was an engineer. He would always ask us, what are you going to do today to make a significant difference? And so that question has haunted me my whole life in a good way. I'm still trying to answer my dad's question, and this is part of it.
Food for me has always meant family. It's always meant coming around the table and gathering together. It's extremely exciting to me to know that a product that I've worked on for Chick-fil-A will bring families together. They can sit, take a few moments out of their day, and enjoy time together.